So could you tell me your current weight after 1 month on the Man Diet plan? Possible?
Well, the great thing about it, I was 25.4
Right.
when I started this a month ago, and as of day before yesterday, I was 24.1.
Right.
So in a month,
I've
I've lost just over a stone.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And the great thing about it is that it hasn't been a problem. It hasn't been one of those sort of a task. So many diets, it's like a task.
Have you ever been on a diet plan before? And if so, did it work for you?
The answer to that is yes and no. Many years ago, I tried Weight Watchers. Now, Weight Watchers, I'm sure, is an extremely good plan, but it's not designed for men. The problem with it is that everything is points driven, and I did feel a little bit like I was the lone guy in a sea of ladies. Now that's rather nice in many ways, but it didn't work. The one thing I realised when I decided I needed to lose weight, and I'm not losing weight for any particular reason other than the fact that I've got to a certain point in my life where I want to do things. I have a pilot's licence which is sort of defunct. If you can imagine me in an aeroplane flying one of those small putt-putts with silent time, at the moment it's not really feasible.
No.
So that's a target, that's a goal. So I've set a goal for myself.
So what's the main selling point of the Man Diet plan for you, Richard?
Well, it's convenience and control. It's convenient because it arrives and it's sorted for you and you're getting really good food. It's really tasty, and that's the thing I was most impressed. When I found out one night I had a red Thai chicken curry and rice and a pudding, it is a real treat. So you're looking forward to it. And yeah, it is the convenience that it is arriving and it's all done for you. But it's done with thought. It's really good food to eat. And varied and interesting. You know, for example, I never really have eaten seeds and nuts as snacks, but actually I found they're really nice.
Have you found that your weight has impacted on your health at all?
I'm type 2 diabetic, and I'm sure that's because of weight. My blood sugar level has actually dropped by about 2 points since I started this in a month. So it's having a positive effect. I hope that over time, you know, once I get down to my goal weight, which is around about 12.5 to 13 stone, I may even get rid of the symptoms of diabetes.
Does your weight affect your work at all?
Well, I suppose from the point of view that I'm out most days a week, you're always at the point where before you were filling up the car, grabbing a sandwich, that sort of thing. And that's bound to lead to the fact that you just literally grab the first sort of prawn triple decker sandwich and a packet of crisps. But the point being with the Man Diet, of course, is that with work, and it's quite a stressful job. You know, you're out, it's long hours, you don't get time to sort of pop and do shopping. Your lunch arrives as part of your pack, so you could just, in the morning, you can just put it in and you get a nice tortilla wrap with a piece of fruit or whatever it is. It just goes to work with you. So it's convenience. You don't have to think about it. And you're not buying a mayonnaise-laden sandwich from a garage. It's interesting the support I get from my clients, because they know I'm on this now.
Right.
Because they offer me, you know, a biscuit or a cup of tea, and I'm saying I'm terribly sorry, and I explain to them what they're doing. They're all incredibly supportive. And you find that if you share it with them, and I share the concept with them, they all think it's a brilliant idea.
What would you say to other men in your position, and would you recommend Man Diet?
The reason I would recommend Man Diet is because one of the things when you're trying to diet, I go back to what I was saying earlier on about smoking, and you need to have a channeled sort of task. You know, it has to be a project. You have to think about, this is what I want to do. It's not about taking away willpower, but because it is there and it is organised, you don't have to worry about going shopping. You know, as I say, you can just pick up your pint of milk. You can take your lunch with you. You get home in the evening, your dinner is there. And the other thing about it is because it's all fresh food, the main course is already prepared for you. And they're fresh, really good main courses. But the vegetables and things like that, all they have to do, they have to be cooked. But they only take 10 minutes to steam. So you're actually eating fast food. And the great advantage of the Man Diet is the fact that you have a really good meal, but it's prepared for yourself in literally 10 minutes, so you can eat whilst you feel hungry, and that means you don't snack. You don't pick up a packet of crisps and have a quick gin and tonic whilst you're waiting half an hour for your dinner to cook. And even if you have a little bit of temptation, you usually have a couple of snacks or things in the box anyway. The one thing I would say about the man diet is that it's a revelation to me, because I've always fallen off the perch, if you like, when it comes to dieting. It's one of those things where you go in with all the best will in the world, but there's an awful lot of temptation out there. And the great advantage of this is that temptation is taken away from you because you don't have to do the shopping. And if you share it with your friends, and particularly from my point of view, because I've got quite a lot of weight to lose, and I've already done a stone in a month, that's great. They understand it. You don't need that sort of starvation willpower with this, because everything is prepared for you. You never really feel empty. You feel satisfied, and the food is varied and interesting.